to their strengths. And we'll see as these two very similar compositions clash. Let's keep an eye on Aim God as well. The Zenyatta hero able to apply healing and debuffs to opposing heroes. So if you get hit with that Orb of Disharmony, can't remember, Discord is what it is, you will take extra damage. So see if we can actually connect with those.
It's a big part of it, especially when you have these big beefy tanks. You got to figure out a way to whittle them down to start getting them close enough so you can kill them and remove them from the map. Discord gonna play a big deal. Aim God already going for the volleys. I like it. Trying to pick off those squishies in the back line, not quite finding the shot. So Boston Uprising right now on the high ground. Cool Matt is gonna go ahead, fly up there, say hello, introduce himself, back off to the rest of his team, and they're gonna be hanging in here. Houston trying to play the angles right now, but somehow Raucus getting picked off by Note. Definitely not part of the plan here for Houston. That's a key support out of the fight immediately.
It's a big deal. Not only is the healing important, but being able to do damage on your own Zenyatta so that you get to your ultimate ability and you have that in advance of a Graviton or a Shatter, really important.
They've done a good job so far, Houston, of trying to wait it out, but it's not going to happen for him. Raucus is trying to float back into this fight as quickly as possible, but he's going to turn tail and run, get set up for the second point defense now because Boston, no mistakes on their side. They get that advantage, they kill off Raucus, they stick together, and they slowly whittle down the rest of Houston.
Very one-sided. 6 kills for Boston, 0 for Houston thus far. And when we talk about the 3-3 composition, 3 tanks, 3 supports, a term that's thrown around a lot by the players is snowballing.
Right.
You win that first fight, you're in a good position with your ultimate abilities being online to win the second fight and the third fight. So Houston is now on the back foot, needs to find a way to stabilize.
They're about to crack open a 6-pack over here on Boston's side of things. 6 ultimates online. Now they have a huge advantage going into this next fight. 4 of them for Houston, but Lynx are still a little ways off. Grav is going to get thrown in here, only going to catch Muma. Muma going to get panned, but he's going to survive it. Dante can't say the same for him. He gets blown up. The combo self-destruct works out, and now Boston once again have that edge, have the advantage in the situation.
Boston has invested a lot of their ultimates, but they do end up winning the fight. I think the big question for Houston is, if we lose one player, do we still go in? Because you still now want to take the advantage as far as your abilities, called the economy of your ultimates up top. So now they're in a better position with more ultimates ready, big game-changing abilities than the Boston Uprising. So Houston, by the numbers, by the paper, should win next fight.
Should win. But this is all about progress right now. Pushing that payload just a little bit closer to the map, to the point there, the yellow triangle you see, or rectangle that you see on the ground. That's the second point.
It's a rhombus. It's all right.
It's a shape. It's a shape, and it happens to be on the ground. That's where they need to push that limousine. But the fight's going to kick off now. Dante looking for an angle with his grab. Could try and get them all together. Does not want it to get eaten by the D-Matrix, though. That's going to be what he's trying to focus on here. Just trying to survive. Just going to throw it into the chaos, but Trance is there from Raucus. Will find the combo. Cool Matt blowing up free. And there's the fight paying off for Houston, but look at everything that they had to invest into it, man. I mean, that's huge. They only have 1 ult left.
They did use a lot, and Boston's going to come online. The combo pieces in the 3-3 play are so important. You want a Graviton, knock down the shield, and self-destruct. Graviton pulls everyone together, shield goes down, self-destructs, well, it destructs other people as well.
Blows up everything. Rally there from Blase to kick things off. The grab in as well. There's the pin on the shield. Timing is impeccable. Note finding 2 kills with the self-destruct, and Boston Uprising swinging right back with the team kill. Everybody on Houston sent back to spawn.
Huge play there. They're going to be able to push this. It seems like Houston might be in position for another fight as they try to get to this checkpoint on progress here, and they will rally out with the Brigida rally.
Looking for it. Oh, wow. Shatter just thrown out there by Fusions. They will get the kill on Muma, so it works out in the end, but it was a little dicey. Houston Outlaws deciding to take that fight, and it does not pan out their way. And now we see the final stretch, the home stretch here for Boston. They have 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock to push the payload all the way to the 3rd point at the end of this road.
Fusion's just been charging his ultimate ability so fast, 1 minute and 13 seconds between his Earth Shatter coming online, so I'm absolutely fine with him using it there to guarantee that you're getting 2nd point. When you get that checkpoint, that's where the card stays, your spawn also moves forward, and you get an extension on the clock, so really important to secure that.
So now it's a bit of the duel here. Game of who's going to drop the shields, who's going to give an opening. Muma has got his ultimate, his Earth Shatter online. So it's on Fusions right now to be blocking it. Rest of the team trying to stay spread out on Boston's side. They don't really want to gather up, but the sound barrier going to be used here by Boink to initiate. Houston really looking to try and take the fight to him. Bit of a shatter there. Aimgod going to get overwhelmed immediately by Dante, and Muma winning the duel versus Fusions. Houston Outlaws coming out on top of this one.
Two ultimates used to be able to win that fight right out the doorway, but now the Boston Uprising has swung the economy into their advantage. Momentarily, they will have every single ultimate and resource online with which to choose how to engage in the next fight.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Dante getting a little ahead of himself, gets picked off by Aim God. That's going to reset his energy.
That's really bad, as Zarya is so important in these 3-3 compositions to keep your tanks alive with a allied barrier. Here comes the grab. See if they can find pay dirt.
Oh, the timing again. Fusion's split second, but it's still going to result in the kill of Linkser, and Muma is dead as well. So this they're making real progress here, Boston. They've got time on the clock as well. We're approaching the 2-minute mark, and this is crunch time now for Houston. Their backs are to the wall.
I really want to see the Zarya battles here, because if Dante can hit a grab, it's really good, but also D.Va's got an ability that can absolutely eat a Graviton and make it not do anything.
Well, rallies used on both sides from the teams. They're going to get that armor rolling. Dante looking for his opportunity to get the grab thrown in, trying to group him up, does not want it. Again, he's got to keep an eye on the D.Va, make sure that his ultimate does not go to waste. So far, Houston doing a good job of pushing Boston back. Sound barriers thrown in, the shatters as well. This is going to turn into ult chaos. They're all over the place. Raucus with the trance, trying to keep his teammates alive, and Dante finally finding the opening here for the grab. Can they execute on the combo? Doesn't look like it. Raucus gets the D-Mech on Note, but then the shatter comes through. Note is vulnerable, but he's still going to survive, and Axiom as well, but not for long. Fusions will find the kill on Boink, but we're traded. Axiom is out of it.
Fusions charges across the map. Now the question is, does Boston want to continue pushing or just wait, regroup, and reset? With only a minute left to try to complete the map, it seems like they're going back to spawn and trying to find a new game plan. Both economies pretty much reset here. Not a lot of abilities online for either team.
Everything got thrown into it that time around. We will have the rallies coming online here for Linkser and Blase, so those in just a moment. Linkser's got his online. He could preemptively use that to get Houston beefy.
I think you want to sustain this next fight and hope that Fusions gets his shatter up and try to win it off of that.
So they're going with Boink first. Sound barrier's been used, and now the delay on Linkser. He goes for the rally now to try and maximize that armor. And right now, Houston are a tough bunch to kill. They do not want to fall here. Boston Uprising still pressing forward. Fusions has the Earth Shatter online, decides to throw it out. Looks like he found a couple targets as well. The grab is in the fight, but it's countered out by Kumat. Self-destruct, Point blank. Fusions and Kelix are dead. And this should be it. Houston now in an excellent position to hold. It's not looking likely that Boston will pick up a third point on Hollywood.
Getting a lot more value out of their self-destructs than the Boston Uprising. Houston's in a game position. They're going to try to come in and touch it last second. Self-destruct gets nothing.
Oh, buddy, the Shatter's thrown out, trying to keep him off of it. Fusion's doing the best he can. Heal will get focused immediately. Kelix going to try and touch. Not going to happen. Axiom trying to run up, but it's not going to be in time. And Boston Uprising falling just short of the third point, but still, solid offense from them.
The limousine not quite escorted to the VIP parking spot, but that is a very good push. We'll see what the other side looks like when we return from our break.